So we've cut your worktops, nice straight edges. Now you need to fit the sink. So the best way to fit the sink I've found is to cut the opening out with a circular saw. Get a nice straight cut, and then you don't need to round the corners, because the way the sinks are designed, you don't need to round the corners as long as you obviously do it properly and you don't cut the hole too big. So I'm going to show you exactly how to cut those worktops to get the perfect size for your sink with a nice straight cut. So the first thing we need to do is obviously measure the size of our sink. So what I do is I measure. I don't worry about the instructions, because the instructions will tell you a certain size. I want my sink hole as tight as I can get it, because I don't want it to be, you only get this thin edge here, which is maybe 10 mil. So you want to be as close as you can get it. So what I do is I get my tape measure. This is going to be a bit difficult because I'm holding the phone with one hand. So I'm going on that outer edge. This is the edge that the clips are going to be to. So we're going to go on that edge there, and I'm going to come over and I'm going to measure there, which is 480 millimeters. So I may allow 3 mil, 4 mil maybe, but 380 millimeters. And then we're going to do the same from that side to this side, which is 920. So I'll perhaps allow another 3 or 4 mil. It's just under 920 or over, sorry, so it's 921. So I'll perhaps allow 2 or 3 mil for that as well. So now we need to work out where it's going to go on our worktop. So these are my marks. This is the back cut, this is the front cut, 925 millimeters, well just under 925 millimeters. This there to the back, equal. You can bring it forward if you want to. I always like to leave a little bit of a lip on the edge. I don't like the sink to be right close to the edge. So I've brought it forward a little tiny bit. So that's 484 millimeters. So that should be enough to cut. And I've just double checked, make sure our bowl sits inside our unit, which it does. So we're now ready to cut all this out with our circular saw. So as you can see, I've masked it up with masking tape. Now that does one or two things. You're going to get a little bit of chipping out on the edge. You can't get away from that, but you're going to get that if you use a jigsaw anyway. So as long as it's sealed properly, it doesn't matter. So now we're ready to cut this out with our circular saw.